Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Lake Lehman Black Knights basketball. Joining us is the head coach, Brian Cutter. Well, Brian, a tough league. There's no doubt about it. That's for sure. But you got some players on your team, and on any given night, it could go either way in this league, and you guys are hoping it goes your way. Let's talk first about one of the guys on your team that's a heck of a player, Adam Disbon.
Yeah, Adam's done a great job for us so far this year. Averaging about 18 a game. And the best thing I think he's doing right now is his assist total is coming up. He's sharing the ball fantastic and running the team, and I think that's the best thing he's done for us. We knew he could score all along, but now he's starting to make everybody around him better.
Of course, it helps when you have a big guy in the middle, and Pete Boerum recently reached his 1,000th career point. That's always nice, and the big guy in the middle, you like to feed him as much as you could.
Yeah, obviously, when you have a guy with Pete's size, you want to go down low to him as much as you can. And I think our entire team has realized that he can score when he gets the ball. So everybody on the team has gotten him the ball. And even though we've seen some special defenses against him, he's had a double in all 16 games so far this year. I think that's quite a feat when you got special defenses against you and you're getting double teamed. So. Pete's done a real good job for us so far, and he's averaging probably about 18 a game himself also, but even bigger than that is that double-double. He's actually on a pace to reach 1,000 rebounds, too, which I think is just unbelievable when you can average 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. He needs about 30 to get 1,000 rebounds, too.
Well, yeah, he is getting close, that's for sure, and that is a rare accomplishment. Not everybody could say they did both of those in northeastern Pennsylvania. How about Cody Perez, Jack, for you, a guy who could play physical underneath, and he could do a little bit of everything as well?
Yeah, Cody's he's probably the most unselfish kid I've ever coached. Actually, we've gotten to the point where we're telling him to shoot the ball more because, we're seeing all these special defenses. We're seeing triangle and twos and box and ones on Disbon and Boerum, and we're pushing Cody to be more aggressive offensively. I mean, he does all the other things you need out there. He averages 10 rebounds a game and 3 or 4 assists a game and a couple of steals, and he does a great job out there. And we think for us to be a very good team, we got to push him offensively, and he's got to take it to the rim even more than he does. I mean, he gives up the ball to his teammates a lot, and that's a great thing. But we're pushing him to be more aggressive, and I think that'll make us better in the long run.
Well, Mike Simeon's a guy who he's a tough kid as well, and he could play a little bit of everywhere if you had to. A little undersized, but if you had to throw him underneath, he'll box people out and play physical basketball for the Black Knights too.
Yeah, Mike's a great kid to have on a team. He does anything you ask of him. He's 5'11", but he pretty much plays like a guy who's 6'4". He can jump. He boxes out well. He can handle the ball. So we can pretty much put him anywhere at any time. If you look back at the night we played Dallas, we were a little short-handed. Cody Perez was hurt. He was out with an ankle injury, and we had some kids with the flu that night. And we started a couple other kids, and we told Mike that against their Big Ten he had to step up and. He had a fantastic game that night. I mean, he's going against guys who were 6'8" and 6'6", and he comes out with 14 rebounds. I think he might have had 10 points that night, and he just had a tremendous night. And, night in and night out, Mike does whatever we need him to do to help us win.
Well, you have one more starter, Brian Devine, a young man who's doing a nice job to round out this top 5.
Yeah, Brian's a junior, and he's another kid that very unselfish. I mean, he'll do anything he needs to do to help this team win. He doesn't shoot the ball much. He's another kid that we're telling him that, if we're going to be good going into the playoffs, we need a little bit more balanced scoring. And Brian can shoot the ball, and just sometimes he lacks a little confidence. So we're pushing him to shoot the ball more and get more involved in the offense. But night in and night out, he plays great defense. He's one of those kids that he goes unrecognized a lot of the things that he does out there. He only averages maybe 3 or 4 points a game, but he'll only take 2 or 3 shots a game. So, but defensively, he does a tremendous job for us, and he rounds out our starting 5 great.
And then, Coach, you have some guys who give you good minutes off the bench. You have a big guy in the middle and Connor McGovern, and then you have a couple of guards and some guys that get some minutes and spell time for guys, and that's what you need. You need guys that give you quality time.
Yeah, there's no question. In the exhibition season, and this is actually the first exhibition season where we went in trying to figure some things out, and we didn't have the greatest exhibition season going 4-5, but as far as figuring things out, it was probably the best one we've had since I've been here. Getting things organized and figuring out our bench, and a couple of those guys stepped up, and Connor McGovern's one of them. He's pushing 6'4", only a sophomore, and he's physical underneath, and he's been doing a nice job for us. The other night he comes out and scores 10 points in the first half, and that's the stuff we need to compete with some of these other teams. And when you have guys coming off the bench that can score, Ben Brooks is another guy, another sophomore, small guard, but Ben's not afraid of anything. That's one of the reasons why we like him. He steps right in there, plays good defense, not afraid to shoot the ball. So those guys have done a nice job for us off the bench, and we need that. We only have 12 guys on our varsity and JV roster combined, so not a lot of kids to choose from, but we have 12 kids that really want to play, so it's fun to coach these kids.
Well, having a good time. The kids are having a good time. Of course, Brian, you're having a good time as well. A very tough Wyoming Valley Conference, no two doubts about it. And, of course, AAA is going to be a bear this year, but at the end of the year, I'm sure you're going to smile and say, we gave it our best shot, so hopefully things work out for you guys. And thanks for taking some time out to join us.
All right, thanks for having us, John. Appreciate it.
All right, that's Brian Cutter, Lake Lehman Black Knights basketball coach here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.